Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody all around the world, and thank you for joining us today for another Left 4 Dead 2 competitive shoutcast. My name is NK, and I will be your caster and cameraman for today, and we have another Swiss Tournament 3. Final week of the Swiss stage is beginning. It is Hard Rain Downpour week 6, or round 6, depending on what you want to look at. And both teams are fighting for their playoff opportunity. Probably either team that loses today will be going home. Highly unlikely they can make it with a loss today, but we'll have to see. So Fear Factory is going to be playing Babylonia for a playoff spot. The top 8 make it only, so it's not going to be the top 16 double elimination, what a lot of people are used to. It's just going to be the top 8, so we are ready for it. Teams are excited. Players are ready to go. The audience, most of all, is ready to watch, but we're going to have to wait a few more minutes for Manzano, Chris, and Mila to return, and then we will go live. We will be seeing Hard Rain Downpour 1 through 4 being played today, no finale. Even though, in my opinion, I think the finale is quite good to play on this campaign. It's quite balanced. There's only one tank. The distance has changed, I believe, to 500 or 600, but we're going to see 1 through 4 played, which is fair enough. And as we wait for these last people to ready up, it looks like Manzano is going to be the last one. We'll talk a little bit later about that, but for now, we're going to see the tank at 51%. The opening hit is going to be Retro, accompanied by the Spitter. Do a little bit of a Left 4 Dead 1 attack, just with the Spitter to help out. For those throwback players in the chat, for those that really enjoy playing Left 4 Dead 1 more than Left 4 Dead 2, but to be honest with you, with the config, I think Left 4 Dead 2 is way better, but we're going live. Babylonia will go first as Survivor. Again, opening hit. Retro with the Spitter. And Survivors look like they're going to take it up top. Boomer gets behind the AC vent. Does manage to get one. They get a pull back. It does get cleared. Nice skeet coming out there. Team skeet, though, with a spit at the end. And looks like that Spitter's going to die off. No, probably hold itself, because I believe they're going to get a Charger. It's alright, Spitter's going to hold. And as for the roster rundown for Babylonia, we have Senji, Kuso, Mila, and Sleepy, which is Eve. Hopefully Sleepy won't have any internet connections as they had on their last match. And for Fear Factor, we got Manzano, Zyko, Chris, and NF Meister himself. Alright, they're going to send the attack in before I can call what it is. The Jockey and the Charger land on the same target. The smoke also helped that Charger land. So there was a little bit of spit damage. I think the charge was cleared relatively quickly. And everybody hates that ladder on the trailer as it is not perfectly straight. It's a little bit difficult to get up. And we will have the first tank of the game before even 1.5 minutes into the first chapter. It will be in the hands of NF Meister for Fear Factory, as the Survivors are retreating back to the safe room area, which is a pretty standard place to fight this tank. And we will see NF bring his toys into play. Nice boomer spawn, but oh, he does get 2 right at the very end. He gets 1 in a proxy. There's going to be a car flying over to the Survivor stand, and it lands on 2 Survivors. Mila and Kuso get hit, and there's a jock already, and it looks like this is not going to end good for Sleepy and his team Babylonia, as there is already 2 Survivors dead from the rocking of the car. What a start to this tournament match. And that is going to be a wipe onto Babylonia from NF's tank, with a hittable coming in from the gods. Falls onto 2 Survivors and dies from just rocking on them. What a start to this map. Alright, one thing to note is that this isn't like regular Hard Rain. Regular Hard Rain doesn't have chapters worth very much, and Hard Rain Downpour does. The 2 middle maps are worth a decent amount of points, even the first chapter is. So it's really going to come down to what Babylonia can do with their infected play here. Of course, they're going to want to wipe to match Fear Factory, but at the very minimum, they want to get the bonus down to 0, so if this other team makes a safe room, they're going to be down only a little bit more than 300 points, which is not unheard of to come back from, especially on custom maps with distance points is raised a little bit higher than the norm. Alright, again, that opening attack will be Retro and the Spitter. A nice 1 boom lands the same. The Hunter does come in and tries it. The Hunter will land. They'll get a pounce, but the Spit slightly misses. Spitter died second. Boomer and Smoker will die last. So good sack order from Babylonia, though. They'll have the best hit in the game coming up. They will get it before tank, so they'll have a Charger, Jockey, Hunter, and the Spitter for the next hit. I like to see how many times the Infected can get that attack per chapter, and if you get it 2 or more, I think it's great sack order from your team. And they're going to get it at least 1 time before tank. Let's see what they can maximize the damage. The first hit didn't do much, only 1.3% of the bonus as Fear Factory slows down to make sure all these Clownmans are clear before they move forward into the next SI hit.
The rain's getting worse.
Alright, they transition over to the shack and the trailer where they have to climb over the fence.
Yeah, I'll take the shotgun.
All the Infected. Okay, looks like they want to bring everything from the back, though. The Jockey will land. The Hunter lands, but not the Charger, and they pick the Spitter. Again, not much coming out of that. They match the damage for the first hit. They're only averaging about 1.5. Actually, a little bit more than that per hit, so. Alright, the first tank of the game. So many trees. The first tank of the game for Babylonia will be in the hands of Mila, as the survivors are successfully able to jump back over the trailer. Nice one, boom. Not able to get any more. And they're going to be over very quickly. The SI try to make a pullback. They get it. Get the Jockey makes the pull. That car was so close to hitting Coach. Oh, they were so lucky. And they were not able to make the capitalization. Mila didn't know she can get over there and do the cutoff. But it was so close. You can't make this stuff up on how close that was. As they kill off the Smoker. Now they will not have Smoker for the next hit. At the Charger and Hunter are up to linger in the distance. They got to choose what they want. The hittable does come into play. Not a bad positioning. That one is in a decent spot too. So they have some good cars to bring in. And Mila's going to have to commit without a Smoker. Interesting. Now the Boomer's not going to get anything. Might be more of a sack. I think Mila's going to trade a little bit of HP for some rage. Hank's just standing there getting free rage. Good job by Mila, trying to make sure they keep that frustration. Probably will win. Bring another car. Did he bring the car alarm too? No, did not bring the car alarm. Interesting. Alright, this car's in a good spot. Oh, it doesn't flip in favor of Mila at all. The hittable is not cooperating and now has to abandon it. Lost 2K already. The Hunter does land. The Jockey lands. Or no, it doesn't actually. Charger does land. They're not able to clear it. They do it. They're not able to clear it. But the Jockey now jocks the survivor in the back, but Tank doesn't do anything but one, not even an in cap, just to hang off the edge.
Just right. Let's get you up.
They all try to focus on seeing if they can get that insta kill off the top, but
You can have this.
don't have the angle for it.
All right, thanks.
So Tank is dead. 78.6% bonus remains on the survivor. Now it's going to go down to how much of the bonus can they hold on to after the Tank is now deceased. Boomer tries to boom over the top, gets popped through the fence. And now all they have is a Hunter, Smoker, and a Spitter. They're going to go with it. Hunter gets skeeted. I think they should just hold on to this Spitter now. I think they're going to do so. And Eve is going to retreat. As they make it through the playground, they still have 865 bonus remaining on their person. They're able to blitz through this next choke point without the spawns being up. Since the Boomer did die first, they get another, but they have two cappers that are good with that boom spit. As long as they can land, it is opportunities for decent damage.
Ammo up here.
Find an extra set of pills too.
I know one thing. I'm grabbing.
Reloading.
Take the pills up an additional 25 points, puts it back up to 890, over the 80% threshold. And now we should see a hit right over here at this house as they transition. Probably focus on the Uzis in the back. Here they go. The Jockey does land. The Charger misses his spawn. Unlucky. Oh, the Charger wasn't able to get his spawn in there to get that charge spit. Coach a little late through the party. Smoker's up first, but not able to make a play on the back survivors. Looks like he's going for a car alarm. Pretty standard. Tri-cap with boom incoming, no charge. There goes the Smoker, but pulls him through the fence, but gets cleared right away. They hunt down that Smoker. The Hunter gets skeeted. And the Jockey goes for Nick, but gets M2'd and killed. And Fear Factory are about to walk in with a girthy bonus of 861. And they're about to go up a K after one chapter. And that will be Fear Factory taking a chapter score of 1,360 to Babylonia's 188.
Don't shoot him if he's near me, okay?
All right, that's a really good bonus for one chapter, but chapter 2 is going to set the tone for the rest of this match. If you have your points betted on Babylonia, don't worry yet. Actually, you can worry, but we'll have to see what happens after map 2. Let's see where the tank spawns in if they have any opportunity to start mounting that comeback. Alright, and that's not what you want to see if you're a Babylonia fan. An 82% tank. So if we could do a little math on here on the distance, this chapter is worth 600 points. So we have 600 distance. And if they're going to get 82% of that 600, which means they're going to get over 400 points already. So if they get wiped a tank, we'll just say they'll have 1760 minimum. And for those that are coming back to watch Left 4 Dead for the first time in a while, this is actually Hard Rain Downpour, a D version of Hard Rain Downpour, one of the first versions upon its release. You'll see some little throwback areas, a shortcut. Map 1. It looks like they're going to send spawns in real early. Hunter gets skeeted. Spit gets picked. Jockey and Boomer died last, so they will get the tri-cap with Spit. The Charger, Hunter, Smoker, Spitter. What a shutdown from Fear Factory right now. The skeets go out. All the spawns shut down. No cappers land. Everybody in chat say give me those points. Right now it is in favor of Fear Factory big time. They're coming up on a difficult choke point here, though. Transition on the outside. The Charger comes from behind. It does manage to land, and the Spit is late. Does get a ding or two. And the Smoker gets a scratch, but decent chip onto 3 survivors, or 2 of them more like it. Zyko takes 1, NF takes 15, and Manzano takes 20. 10 from the Charge, 10 from the Spit. They transition through the building, jump onto the generator to take a little bit of a shortcut, and they are out through the alley choke immediately. Spawns are up, but they are not in position. Alright, spawns are actually going to go now. The Jockey and the Charger and the Hunter go in. The Charger gets melted. Hunter finds a target. Jockey gets bullied around until it eventually dies. Boomer gets nothing. And that will be a third SI attack down, 10% damage. It has been exhausted from the survivors. And there, for those that are joining, Babylonia did get wiped. They landed a car. All right, and we resume live, guys. 71%. Tanks going to come up shortly. They do have that tri-cap with Spit, though. No Hunter. Instead, there will be the Smoker. We should see hit on the transition into the Ducatel Sugar Company building.
Up here.
All right, 5% more on the hit. They're being patient with this hit. They want to make sure they maximize the damage that they can get. And I don't know if they're going to hit on the transition out or try to hit somebody on the top, but they got to go now. They're going to lose their spawn. And they are playing this aggressively with their infected. Charger's going to be the tank too. It's real risky holding on to this for the infected side at minimum. They're really playing cautious with this. Oh, what a charger! Oh, the jockey takes that smoker! They're gonna get a wipe! There's no way this is happening right now. The survivor's gotta get in there. The tank is hurrying to try to see what he could do. The smoker is going to pull. He can't make the pull. The tank is committing. He's cutting off the survivor. There's gonna be an in cap going. My camera couldn't move. The tank now has one person in cap. He gets a corner with the smoker. He gets one punch onto Coach. He misses a punch. He's down to 3K. He gets a punch down. Zyko does not get in cap. Oh, the tank is taking so much damage. The smoker lands. The smoker gets cleared. And the Babylonia are throwing this away. Now this tank is alone with 3 survivors. The jockey gets M2'd and killed. He gets a punch onto Rochelle, though. Another punch onto Rochelle. And that's going to be 2 in caps for this tank. And the tank is dead. Then we'll have to see it once we return. They're getting a pickup. Hila's got a boomer. Charger looking for a spawn. Charger misses. Boomer gets bullied. Charger fists go out. Able to get the pickup. They start blitzing the stairs. There's nothing to really stop them. Smoker is up, but not in the position to make a play. It's alright, tank is dead. Bonus sitting at 386. 29.2% of the bonus left. Event is started. Spawns are up. Tricap would spit. No charger. This is probably more of a favorable place for the infected. They just want to land the pound spit. They get the jock on the edge too. Smoker threw itself in to die for some reason, not try to troll that smoke or that ledge hang there. That'll take the bonus down to 300 even. The garage door is open. They get to go down the stairs and through the sugarcane field. And they should have to take probably 2 more SI hits, and this might be safe room. Fear Factory will salvage this after a huge misplay and probably make it in with a little bit of bonus. I don't see that boomer landing. Oh, it does get it. All right, the jockey and Hunter both land. Charger just goes Fist City onto Ellis. Couldn't get the in cap though. Oh, the jockey tried to get the in cap onto Ellis, but couldn't get the scratch. Now it's up to the smoker if he can make a play on this. Goes for Ellis. Doesn't get the in cap. Nice clear. So their DB is completely gone. The only bonus is left on Chris. All 177 points of it. And Chris is on the inside. They're not going to get to Chris. They're going to walk in with all 177 of that bonus. Good job by Fear Factory, salvaging some bonus after this chapter, making a chapter score of 776. Now Babylonia needs to make the safe room with probably a minimum of 500-600 bonus. They need to make up 350 points per chapter, which is very possibly to be done, but they have to do it this map. You cannot make up points every chapter by this point, especially if you only play 4 rounds. No home and away, just 4 chapters. All right, we go live.
You know, it's not all right that you
Opening hit, Hunter, Spitter, Jockey, and the Boomer will be a 2-2. It looks like Fear Factory is a little more patient with their spawns. Nope, they're going to send it in right now. Hunter is on the way in. Hunter will land on a non-spit survivor. It does get cleared immediately, so the damage will be minimal. They managed to spread about 6% across the 4 survivors, or 3 actually. Mila goes down to 93. Kuso to 87. Eve at 8 at 93, and Zenji will hold on to that full 100. Babylonia putting the pressure on W Key a little bit more than they did last time.
Reloading.
As they come into the factory area. Good sack order by Fear Factory. Tricap with spit, no Hunter.
Ammo.
There goes a small in the pole in the back. The Charger takes it. They land a rolling 2 cap in the back. In spit with 1 slam. Rochelle's going to take a lot of spit damage and even puts her slow. Now Kuso is faced with a decision and is going to have to pop those pills. With pills inside. They push into the generator room, jump on the generator, take a shortcut to the second level to get out the doors quickly as they can. Spawns do not have time to get on top of the factory building.
I'm reloading.
Alright, Hunter coming from the back. Hunter does eventually get skied. The pole helps the Boomer land too. And it looks like the Smoker's going to retreat at the end. Not quite see the proper sack right now. Hunter died first. I think it's going to be Tricap with Spit. There goes the pole in the back. Good job by Babylonia, wary of it. Smoker's down to 30 HP. They leave it alive. Smoker, Hunter, Charger, Spitter. Bringing the Hunter from the back again. Hunter does land, gets cleared immediately. The Spit was late. The Charger lands, gets cleared. All the commons are off. Coach would take about 20-some damage in Spit, and that'll get the bonus down to 974. Fear Factory doing a good job chipping away with their SI hits. It's 3 attacks now, and they have taken the bonus down to 73.7. Actually, it's 4 hits. I'm sorry, I was wrong. 4 SI attacks.
Watch out!
We can get up here.
Hey, look out!
They come up to the second floor. Let's see what the Infected are going to do when this tank is spawned. Let's come back here and check out. Looks like the Infected are going to be above. There's definitely going to be hit on the run back. Alright, the tank is up. The Spit block is there. They have the Boomer up above. The Boomer will land on 1-2. They don't get any survivors out of position, but they do land a 2-boom. And the tank still has 2 spawns up, but he also has a Spitter. Oh, he has AI Spitter. The tank's committing right away. Spitter's coming to help. They are holding the S key. They're chipping it down a lot. Hunter gets the stumble into a double. Nice stumble from the Hunter. He's getting more punches. He's whiffing. He does get another punch now. Spitter is still lingering around trying to help the team. He is down to 900 HP. Come on, Spitter. Tank is dead. They kill the tank with so much bonus still. Good job by them. Now the Spit goes out. That's a good amount of bonus. 712. That's exactly what they need. If they can hold on to this, that's the delta we were talking about. It's going to come down to taking this choke point and then the sugarcane field. They got a 2-2, and it's not a good 2-2. They have stumbles, though, they can get with this Hunter. Let's see if the Smoker... I don't see anybody go for the death pull anymore. There is a death pull on this map, and the Smoker is not going for it. I mean, they don't have favorable spawns for it, but you can go for it. Smoker misses. Beautiful skeet by the Hunter. The Boomer somehow walks all the way up the stairs and does not get killed. The Boomer will land on Mila. Just gets M2'd and not popped. Alright, now the M2's finally killed. Or, M2, not the M2. The Boomer is finally killed. So they don't take really any damage from that beautiful shutdown. I think the only points they lose is from the pills they popped, which will take the bonus down to 674. And right now they have a 500-point lead. If they can walk in, they'll make up more than 350, and that'll put them in the positive delta. They need it all. Hunter lands, Charger lands, Slam doesn't, Spit does. So there's the bonus going down pretty quickly. Down to 540, 535. Now they have Senji slow. They're not going to be able to blitz through the sugarcane field. And oh no, that 177 bonus that Fear Factory held on to. They need everything right now. Babylonia. That Boomer ain't going to land. More or less just a sack for maybe one more hit. Hunter probably go for some scratches. Charger trying to get a pull. There comes the pull. The Charger takes it. They got to clear that. Good clears. No slams.
Hey, look out!
Now the bonus is taken down to 470. Smoker misses. Smoker not going to be able to get in position to help. Jockey gets M2'd and killed. Spit might go for a delay in here. Smoker misses. Smoker is dead. Boomer is dead. All right, they walk in with the 470, and they make up some points.
always want to carry the cute girl.
And yes, you are right. Baker is also a death jockey. Same spot as the death pole, if I remember correctly. And all right, they broke into a couple points, about 300. So they'll need to make up those 50 extra points across 2 chapters. But they broke into that delta. But they did put on their match maps 1 through 4, so there is no finale, like I said before. And that is exactly what Babylonia wanted to see, a 22% tank spawn. Another map worth 600 distance, so this is their chance. Hard Rain Downpour is worth 500, 6, and 400. Regular Hard Rain, I believe, is 4, 5, 5, 4, if I remember correctly. Don't think there's a chapter with 600. If it is, it'd be map 3. All right, opening hit. Boomer Hunter Jockey. Oh, what a speed coming out there. Zyko says, not in my house. Shuts down that skeet. Also got a little assistance from NF and Manzano. They choose not to hunt down the spitter in the back.
Reloading.
I don't think Mila is going to get to use that spitter. And this is one of the earliest tanks I've ever seen. We'll go for a little bit of a spit block. Smoker gets killed. Hunter gets killed. Zyko takes the blunt of that spit damage. As the third tank for Babylonia goes in the hands of Suki. Is it Suki? Tsuki? You know, that person had a different name when we started. Is it Kudo, I believe? I don't remember. But alright, right now he's trying to keep as much rage as he can. The attack goes in, the boom lands. The charger is not going to. Rock is unsuccessful, but he does get a proxy. This will allow him to play, just keep view for a while. Trading a couple health points for rage. Lost about 300 now. Still has first pass. 90% of that frustration. So he's doing a good job on holding on to it. He does have a car pretty deep in the cornfield. I don't know if he's going to go dig it out or not. Rock missed. There goes the pole. Oh, the jockey and the hunter took the same target. So they're not going to get much damage. Sucky. Oh my goodness, chat. You guys are out of control. Boomer Charger Smoker is going to be his support right now. He did just go to second pass. It'll be real risky to try to flirt with this. And he's making his way in. No hittable, unless he has the hatchback. He's got his hatchback, but he hits it backwards. And he decides to abandon it. And he's already down to 3K. And he has a boomer for his support. He is down to 1,800. He does get a punch on the Nick. His support misses. The smoker lands. He punches Coach so far away. He gets a punch onto Rochelle. And that will be it. That will be a 3-punch tank. Wow, it's Tsuki, if I said his name correctly. And that will take the bonus down to 79.1. And I just don't think that's enough damage from the tank. Just unlucky for his hittables. Chose not to go to the sugarcane field to dig that out. Try to go for damage with some of the SI hits. They get the survivors down to a decent amount of bonus. I mean, 70, 60, 67, 60 HP, and 81 HP. I mean, it's fair damage.
Reload.
Crowbar.
But just not enough what they want. They probably wanted to get a little bit more. They're able to double up on pills and find an extra set. And now comes up an interesting choke point. If they choose to hit here, they will not get a hit on the opposite side of the Raid Forward shipping building. Hopefully we won't see a win serial moment on the transition on the outside. Spawns are up. The Hunter will land. The Spit will land. The Charger. Oh, they get a lot of damage onto him. Good damage. That was what they needed. They took the bonus down 12% with that hit, but
That'll help.
takes the bonus down to 880. Map progression is 42%, but they do get this choke point clean.
Reloading.
Everybody remembered to hold their spacebar. Nobody hung over the side. No win serial RBT6 moment there.
Reload.
Reloading.
Machine gun.
Careful now. Boomer.
What? That Boomer was robbed? The Charger came from another zip code. Charger died third, Smoker died last, so they will not have charged smoke. They will have 2-2 with the Hunter and the Jockey very shortly.
God damn it, stop shooting me.
Reloading.
You find an extra set of pills, the bonus goes up again, back to 900 points.
Weapons over here.
Hunter Jockey are up, the 2-2. Survivors are big time separated at the moment, but the infected don't make a play on it. They might make a play on the front one. Wow, what a ski coming out by NF with the Uzi. The Jockey lands, Boomer gets a proxy. Spitter's probably going to die off at the end, and now they get a quad try. Or probably the last hit they'll get. And now that they survived that tank and they found the 2 extra sets of pills, their bonus almost remains identical to when they killed the tank. If there was ever a quad that meant more for a team's tournament life, this is going to be it for Babylonia. They have to land this quad. If they would amount the opportunity for comeback, the bonus of 842 is just too massive for them to build that up as a comeback. See what they can do. Transition on a choke point here. They're going to all come from the front. I don't see anybody from the back. They're going to go through the building, take it the safe route. I don't disagree with this. Fear Factory doing a smart play. Chargers relocating, did not expect it. And now the survivors are about to get inside. And they go before the Charger was even ready. Spawns are already dead. The Charger charges off the roof. And that was just a questionable hit from Babylonia. And that is going to be safe room made by Fear Factory. And they're going to have 3,500 points after 3 chapters. 35-48 for Hard Rain Downpour. What a score. Fear Factory saying, we want that chance for that last tournament, that playoff spot. All right, swap sides for Babylonia to finish this map out. See what they can do. And they have quite a uphill battle to it's Kuso. Sorry, I got the name wrong. I think I said Kudo. As we wait for Fear Factory to ready up. Exclamation sign. Oh, Babylonia will finish it out. They've done pretty well in their tournament life. I mean, unfortunate their scenario for their players not being able to play and having Eve crash, his internet crash during one of their tournament matches, which means they had to get a second ringer just due to the fact that the internet god said, nope, you're not playing today, and there's really not much you can do about it if your internet drops. And like so, if you have 2 ringers, usually we know it's not allowed to have 2 ringers, but due to the situations when internet drops, they wanted to complete the games for the fans, and it ended up the way that you think it would. But unfortunately, internet drops. There's really not much we could do about it. But we're going live. Map 3, open attack, will be the Boomer Spitter under Jockey for the Cappers, hitting on the transition out the gas station. Let's see what Fear Factory can maximize for damage before that tank at 22%. Psycho will get it. Boomer rockets in beautifully. Going to get bullied by Mila, but not going to proxy onto anybody. Think you mount. Mount murder. Throwback. OG player from my. Hunter goes in for a pounce. Does land it onto Nick. The spit was a little delayed. The Jockey will land. Gets cleared though. Now the Smoker, Manzano's the only one that can make a play off him, just not in position to do so. And the third tank of the game for Fear Factory in the hands of Zyko. Zyko's car is getting into a better position. Let's see if he tries to pop it over. Nope, he's just positioning it better. Doesn't want it to go out of position, so he can't take a play on it. That should be good. Nice job hitting the car up there. It's in a favorable position for the Infected. He could even stay up there and play a rock for a little bit before his commit. Let's see if Zyko does so. Nope, he puts it in play. That's in a good spot. Hunter comes from the back from the bus. They're focusing the Hunter. The Charger does manage to land. So does the Hunter. Clears are quick. Rock gets hit at the gas station pump, so it's not going to land on anybody. And now they're going to back up and LOS this tank hard. Zyko choosing to reposition to get closer to his toys. He's trying to play for Rage. He does a good job of keeping that first pass. Baits the survivors to come out to hit him. Gets back up top. Trades 15% of that Rage for another hit. Good job by the Infected team. The Boomer gets the boom off the top, just gets one. He's making his way in with that one boom. He hits one car into a good spot. He's going to hit the hatchback around the other way. That's favorable. Gets a pull on the Mila. Mila gets punched once. A second punch. Tank still at 3,500. He switches off of Mila. Mila gets an M2. M2 kills the jockey. Good job. Punch to the car. Pull onto the car. There goes an in cap onto Kuso. Tank is at 1,000 HP. He tries to get a grind. Not going to get it. Charger does land. Tank gets killed. One slam. And dead Tank. They survive one in cap. Charge gets a slam. Tank gets an additional punch. And bonus will be sit at 790. And we're 760 after the pills pop. And it's hard to believe, but Babylonia's already lost the map. They have 760 points, and they still cannot make up anything. They have 2 sets of pills that they could find, which additionally can add 50 more points. But even the 50 more points would still have them lose by 2. But alright, that triple boom is going to cause them to slow down. Spawns will retreat because of it.
Reloading here.
The X-Big. Hunter is up on the top.
Reload.
They do have Tri-Cap with Spit. The Smoker, the Charger's not going to assist. Spawns are pre-spawned. This is going to be an easier pace for damage. Can Mila get the skeet? Mila's playing front shotgun, not Eve this time. Oh, Eve misses the skeet. The Spit will land. The jockey. That's going to be a lot of damage. Look at that Spit spread. What a spread. And Death Spit. Mila takes a massive amount of damage. Loses all the rest of the permanent HP down to temp. So much of the DB gone down additional 2%. Good job by Babylonia. Remember to hold their space bar to take the shortcut.
Reloading. Reload.
Heads up.
Boomer rockets in, gets bullied, doesn't get anybody yet. Charger misses too. Boomer can't boom though. Boomer's just trying to, hey, please kill me. They kill the Boomer. I think Boomer and Smoker died last, so that will be the best of the game coming up if I did get my sack order correct. Should be Hunter, Charger, Jockey, and the Spitter.
Reloading. I'm a reload.
This is not happening. This is not happening. This is not happening.
All right, the Charger rockets it, misses unfortunately for them. The Jock will land in the front. Hunter gets skeeted. So the Jockey was the only capper landing to do a little bit of damage onto the survivors and not much. Still holding on to 619 points following Kuso popping pills. So they lose 30 points for that.
If I go, you guys are gonna miss me.
Boomer rockets in, gets M2'd, does not land on anybody. The Charger misses the rocket, also lands on the wrong platform. And another beautiful shutdown by the SI. I mean, The bonus still went down a lot.
Reload.
Somehow they lost almost 100 points from that. How the heck? No cappers land. They still lose about 100, but plus a set of pills were popped, so it's really 70 points. They should be able to make it into the safe room with about 550 bonus. I don't think they're going to have the most advantageous position to get these hits in. For some reason, Nick jumped back outside, walked into the Charger. The Charger lands, and the spit goes too. The bonus is going to go down from 500 all the way to 463. And all right, Babylonia makes safe room. Campaign score 23-20. And that's not bad for a campaign score considering they got 100 points on map 1. That's still pretty good to get 23-20, but Fear Factory didn't get 100 points on map 1. They got 1,300 points. And if we're looking at that point delta, that's exactly why they're ahead 1,200 right now. Alright guys, final chapter of this Thursday match. We're fortunate enough to have a match on a Thursday. They've scheduled early, so we get an early tournament match. Waiting for them to ready up and we'll go live. Don't worry, we'll check out all the schedules for current games and all that stuff before we set anything off. Alright, we go live. Fear Factory versus Survivor. Distance points is 400. Max you can get on here is 880 points for distance, or for bonus on top of the 400. So 1280 is the max. Tank is at 29%. Boomer gets popped. Charger misses. Smoker goes a little late to the party, just to make sure they got that sack order right. But it won't matter. Tank will be up very shortly. And I believe with that extra 2 points that they just got, well, they spawned the final tank of the game for Babylonia in the hands of Senji. They got 2 more points maximum than Babylonia can put on. So if Babylonia gets a wipe here and make it perfectly, they would lose by 2. So that means this game is officially out of reach, but Babylonia's going to try to bring it as close as they can. Senji's going to keep a distance. View. Charger's going to go in for a sack. No way that lands. Rock comes in, gets skated. Alright, Senji's positioning over, gonna hit the car alarm. Oh yeah, we already did, sorry. Looks like he went for it and forgot that he did so. He's taking a lot of chip now. There goes the early pull, but the car doesn't go in his favor. The car just misses Rochelle, and now the tank's in quite the pickle. He tries to hit a car over it. It's not gonna hit Manzana or NF, misses both of them. Now he has no hittable. He misses his first punch onto Coach. He gets his first punch onto Coach as the second. And that looks like he's all's gonna get. Throws a moon rock and tank is deceased. That is a one-hitter coming out by Senji. And Fear Factory making quick work of this tank. Fear Factory is looking to put up 4,500 on hard rain. It is very difficult to hit 4,500 points on hard rain. The points just don't give you enough to hit that number.
I'm a reload.
They even take the choke point after the tank's dead. Now they have Tricap with Spit. No jockey. Coach runs inside. Looks like they found, oh, they need ammo, so they're going to transition a few at a time. They're going to leave Manzano outside. All right, they're all inside now. Now spawns are favorable for the Infected on a transition on the out. And they're not going to go on it. They're going to hit on this little tiny sliver of the alley, I guess you could call, on the side of this building. Alright, here it goes. Smoker gets destroyed. The Charger not able to find anything. And another beautiful shutdown on spawns by Fear Factory. And right now, they have lost less bonus than what the pills are worth. Pills are worth 80. And they have 821. 21 more points as Chris decides he needs more of a challenge for his team and shoots the car alarm.
Look out now!
Boomer not able to get that cheeky spawn on the other side of the hut. Now they're just going to stop here and clear out these commons. Okay. I think this is more or less a bait for the hit. They want the hit to attack here. I don't even know. Can they hit 2? Can they hit 5K? They can hit 5K.
Reloading here.
Okay, 120. No, I'm wrong.
Ah, Jesus.
4,900 something they can hit. I thought it was 5K. This copy pasta is great. I'm not gonna lie. All right, they make the transition down. All spawn. They just sacked one. Looks like they're gonna go for a quad try for their final hit. Quad attempt coming. See if they can maximize on it and put a little show for their match.
Safe house.
Take it back here.
Alright, Smoker gets a tongue cut. Charger rockets in. Charger misses. Hunter gets skeeted. The jockey's the only thing that land, and they walk in. Oh, they did a little friendly fire there. But I was going to say, they walked in with everything minus the pill bonus. They lose 6 points.
Reloading.
6 points minus perfection.
This feels good.
I think perfection is what the points are minus the pills. That's almost a perfect chapter. But alright, Fear Factory puts up 47-40 on Hard Rain Downpour. That is a lot of points for Hard Rain. And the thing is that Babylonia is about to put up 3K themselves, and that's pretty good for this campaign as well. That is not a terrible Camp 4 chapter score for Hard Rain Downpour. 3K. If you look off just the distance alone, it's 5664. So average about 250 a map. Pretty average, not bad. My Boomer pre-spawns above. Jockey, Smoker, and the Charger have not spawned up yet. Boomer does get popped, but does proxy onto Mila somehow. The Charger will land. Smoker does too. The Charger gets cleared before any damage occurs, so the Smoker's the only one that does majority of the damage that hit. Mila takes a blunt of it. Sleepy takes a little.
Careful. A hunter's around.
Final tank of the game for Fear Factory in the hands of Chris. One boom hits Kuzo. Charger and Jockey run around trying to see if they're going to make a play on anything. So the Charger wants to sack. Charger does spawn up. Dead. Alright, Chris is bringing his extra car into play. It's not cooperating with him. He's losing frustration very fastly. Alright, he got it in, but not in a good spot. He's about to lose that first pass. I don't think he's going to be able to get all three. He's only going to be able to bring 2 extra ones in. Cars flying through. He wants to hit that so bad. Alarm car is in. Oh, it fell off the house. Alright, but he's going to make his way in. 75% frustration. He'll pop the car up over the top. It's up and... Nope, doesn't find anybody. And he's going to roll his way in with 50% frustration. Down 1K. Smoker misses. Charger doesn't. Smoker gets a long arm onto Coach. Another punch onto Coach. He's down to 3K. Another punch onto Coach. He gets the in-cap out with 2,200 left. There goes a pull onto Senji. Tank decommits onto the roof. Doesn't take the punch onto Senji. And he will just have a little bit more than 2K. They will let Rochelle get the pickup. DB is open 5%. Tank is trying to kill the jockey, but can't. Rock gets skeeted. Oh, the charger lands! No wing cap though, and no slam, and that's a dead tank. Babylonia will survive. Bonus of 616 remains.
Ah, damn it now.
And it looks like Babylonia will indeed. Looks like they're gonna put up 3K. The only problem is that Fear Factory almost put up 5.
Reloading.
Everybody grab
Hey,
a
watch
weapon.
out.
Careful.
Nice skeet coming out there. Boomer gets a proxy onto one spit delay.
Spitter shit on me.
Only takes a ding or two off of Ellis, and they'll be able to blitz through this choke point. Get right around the corner.
Reloading.
And indeed they do. Break it through the alleyway. Smoker looks like he wants to get a pullback.
I'm a reload.
Chris already used the card from the front, so there's no play on that. There goes the pullback. Gets cleared slowly. The jockey and charger weren't quite up yet, and neither was the boomer. Jockey lands.
Go with it.
Boomer and charger were not ready.
Machete here.
I think it really matters, but they're a little split with their SI.
Grabbing a crowbar.
Hey, you ain't right in the head. Shoot me with that.
Boomer gets a 2-boom. Charger nay. Hunter and Spitter are now lingering in the distance. Oh, and a ski coming out. Beautiful shutdown. Mila and Kuzo.
Reloading.
I got this for you, man.
All right, thanks.
Kuzo getting 83 damage with that one
Safe
Uzi
house.
shot. Very
Let's go.
interesting.
Man, this shit hurts.
Reloading.
And looks like we're coming up in the last hit of this tournament match. Jockey rockets in, doesn't find a target. Charger misses as well. Smoker will find Coach. Chokes him for a little bit. And Babylonia will walk into the safe room with a pretty decent chapter score. 554 points. Let's see what the tally will end at.
Oh,
Fear Factory gets the win. 4,740
Oh, shit.
to Babylonia's 3,272.